Stay up to date with what's happening in North Central Washington. Go to the NCW Life community calendar at ncwlife.com.
It's time for NCW Life News on the NCW Life channel. The latest from the Wenatchee Valley and North Central Washington with Steve Hare, Grant Olson, and sports with Eric Granstrom.
Good evening and welcome to NCW Life News. I'm Grant Olson. Before we get to today's top stories, let's take a quick look outside our weather window and a bit of a change from yesterday. We told you about it yesterday. A weak cold front is making its way through Washington State today, and that did bring us some clouds and some cooler temperatures. Most of us struggled to even get near 60 this afternoon. Mostly temperatures in the middle 50s. Beautiful shot there of Lake Chelan, and things are going to get nice. In fact, very nice for the rest of this week and into the weekend with mostly sunny skies, light winds, above average temperatures. Keep in mind our normal high for this year is 56 degrees. We should be right around 60 starting tomorrow and working our way right through the weekend. But changes are on the way, and we will have that winter forecast for you a little bit later on. For those watching on our Facebook, tune in to LocalTel Channel 12 or Charter Channel 19, or you can stream us live at ncwlife.com for the full evening newscast. And now a few of the stories we're following for you tonight. Plans are moving forward for the development of a new visitors center in East Wenatchee, and road crews continue to work on South Lakeshore Road near Chelan. Later on, we'll have sports, your weather forecast, and our feature story today. But first, Chelan area residents turned out last night to hear the latest plans by the Chelan County PUD to build a new substation to serve the North Shore area between Chelan and Manson. Last month, PUD staff provided an update to PUD commissioners on two sites under consideration. One is off Boyd Road, which is 2.3 miles from the intersection with State Route 150, and the other is off Henderson Road. Commissioners fielded comments from 20 people during yesterday's special meeting at the Chelan Fire Station. The meeting ended with no final decision. The existing substations in Union Valley and Wapato Point are nearing capacity. District officials say a new substation is needed there in order to redistribute existing electrical load and to anticipate further growth during the next decade. Plans are moving forward for the development of a new visitors center and park in downtown East Wenatchee. The Gateway project is another step closer to becoming a reality following action taken last night by the City Council. Council members authorized Mayor Steve Lacey to accept the contract bid for removing the old Texaco service station building that's located at the southwest corner of Valley Mall Parkway and 9th Street. East Wenatchee-based KRCI Construction submitted the low bid, and the contract is now being reviewed by the city attorney. The Gateway Building removal project contracts total over $35,000. Well, it appears that Wenatchee's shortage of rental housing could be relieved with the possible development of a new downtown apartment complex. Mayor Frank Kuntz says the builder of the Riverside 9 apartments is interested in developing the old city-owned parking lot on South Mission Street into multi-family housing.
So we have an option here to put another 170 units, on our downtown business core, which I think would do great things for downtown businesses. So we're excited for the opportunity. Don't know whether we'll get it to the finish line in terms of whether or not what the costs to build this are going to be. But we're excited for Widener for being here. They love our city. They're a major developer.
The City Council will take up the matter at Thursday's meeting. Widener Apartments Director of Public Relations Gregory Carbana talked about the company's plans at a Port District meeting, a presentation rather, back in September.
To bring state-of-the-art techniques and furnishings and fittings to those apartments. We'll have a full rich amenity package in each one of them, and as new construction we hope to be able to meet an unmet need in the marketplace, and so we're excited about this. We think it's a good thing for each one of these markets, and we look forward to doing more.
Widener Apartments is currently developing its second project along Riverside Drive, just north of the brewery. Well, the portion of South Lakeshore Road that was closed earlier this week due to a landslide at Slide Ridge will be again closed, was closed this morning, but with flagger-controlled traffic as crews will continue removing more debris. They hauled about 1,280 cubic yards of mud and debris, or about 15,500 tons from the slide area at Slide Ridge. It's on Lake Chelan's west side. The road will be opened back up to 2 lanes, and that happened at 4 o'clock this afternoon. A motorist escaped injury yesterday when a bighorn sheep jumped from a hillside and landed on his car. The Washington State Patrol says the driver was on Highway 97A when he saw a herd of bighorn sheep on the hillside above the roadway. One of the animals, a ewe, jumped and smashed the car's windshield. The driver was not hurt and managed to pull his car over. The sheep did not survive that accident. Coming up, our candidate profiles continue with a look at the position 7 seat on the Chelan City Council. And one of the more unique fundraisers in the Wenatchee Valley comes to the Numerica Performing Arts Center on Friday. I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching NCW Life News.
Having a relationship with your pediatrician is so important. Feeling that sense of trust, that is priceless. I tell everybody about CBCH. I love it there. When I make an appointment, I don't have to take an entire day off. As a working mom, my life is really busy. Family time is everything. That's what we all work towards. And I feel like CBCH respects that.
At Local Myth Pizza, we believe in real food, freshly prepared with only premium ingredients. Our cheeses are imported from Italy. Our sauces, dressings, and even our sausages are made in-house fresh daily. Featuring Northwest craft beers and 30 Chelan Valley wines and ciders. Family fun and amazing food. Eat local, drink local, and be local at Local Myth Pizza.
Come see why Sunset Magazine says you can't beat Local Myth Pizza.
Tonight we conclude our look at the races for Chelan City Council as we profile the 2 candidates for the position 7 seat, Rachel Goldie and Dr. Ty Witt. Goldie is 28 years old, has a bookkeeping company, and is a server at the Vogue and Riverwalk in Chelan. She holds a bachelor's degree in human rights, policy, and development from the University of Washington. She is also the vice chair of the Chelan Parks and Recreation Advisory Board. Goldie believes her college degree would be useful to the council as it deals with sustainable development. She also says if elected to the council, she would focus on Chelan's disappearing community and make sure all citizens are heard. Meanwhile, Dr. Ty Witt is 55 years old and has been a doctor at Lake Chelan Community Hospital since 2011. He is also the chief medical officer at that facility. He is a Chelan Rotary Board member and president-elect. Witt says he will bring energy to the City Council and says he will be tireless in his pursuit to find the right answer to difficult questions. He also adds that he would support all economic opportunities that lead to a self-sustaining community while maintaining Chelan's small-town atmosphere. Tomorrow on the NCW Life Evening News, we will shift to the candidates running for City Council in Rock Island. The new Columbia Valley Community Health Clinic celebrated its grand opening last week with the ribbon-cutting event and tours for residents. Our friends at GoLakeChelan.com went along for a tour with Dr. Carrie Bergeson to check out the 10,000 square foot facility.
2, 3.
Thank you all for coming. Please, if you haven't had a chance to tour the place, come in and do so.
Hello, this is Jillian Foster from GoLakeChelan.com, and I'm here at the site of the brand new Columbia Valley Community Health Clinics here in Lake Chelan. I have Dr. Carrie Bergeson here with me. Dr. Bergeson, thank you so much for giving us this tour today.
Oh, we're so excited you're here, and we're so excited to show off our new space. We're really proud of it. We think it's a beautiful kind of just wellness center. It's a true patient-centered medical home with full wraparound services, medical, dental, behavioral, nutrition, the whole works. So we're really excited.
All right, well, let's check it out.
Sounds good. So we're starting here in one of our, this is a little bit of a innovation, we think, in our clinic experience. So we're starting in what we're calling a talking or a consult room. So you'll see it's a little more comfortable. It's almost like we're just out for coffee. You know, we're sitting right here, you can take notes. If you had some, medical stuff up on the screen here, I can show you your lab results, your vital signs, talk through your medications. If we had a question about something, we can pull up education right here together. So you're really part of the team. It's not us turned away, who knows what we're typing about you, that kind of uncomfortable feeling where you can really feel like you're part of the team and part of your healthcare. This is kind of the full room, the more traditional, what you're used to seeing, exam table, computer here, so just that more traditional style. So when you need a full exam, we come in here, but otherwise we're just doing a more intimate conversation that you can be more engaged in.
And I notice even the paint colors, everything about the room is much more relaxing than you'd see in a standard facility.
Yeah, we're trying to make things more comfortable, more engaging, trying to make sure people feel safe and comfortable and not so sterile.
For the full tour of the new facility, you can find the video at golakeshelan.com. One of the more unique fundraisers in the Wenatchee Valley come to the Numerica PAC on Friday night. Dan Kuntz has the story.
The third annual Hollow Queens Drag Show brings numerous professional drag queens to the Numerica Performing Arts Center stage. Jenny Pratt, the executive director of the Wenatchee Valley YWCA, describes what the show entails.
Singing, lip syncing, dancing, fantastic costumes. To me, it's if I was in Vegas and I went to, that's what I would expect.
Okay.
It's that kind of thing. It is over the top, fantastic, and so entertaining.
The event is a benefit for the YWCA's homeless housing program. Tickets for Friday's show are available at the Numerica Performing Arts Center box office and online at numericapac.org. For NCW Life Channel News, I'm Dan Kuntz.
You're watching NCW Life News, and coming up next, your sports update, followed by today's feature story. That and much more still to come on NCW Life News. Stay with us.
Stormy Mountain Brewing and local public house, featuring great family dining in downtown Chelan. We've got burgers, pub fare, and the best barbecue around. Try one of our award-winning sauces made fresh here in-house. So grab the whole gang and come on down. Stormy Mountain Brewing. Beer, barbecue, friends, and beer.
If you are looking for dependable car service and repair, visit the good guys at Quick Lube and Tune. They've been keeping cars and trucks in the Wenatchee Valley running smooth for 35 years. Quick Lube and Tune is your hometown shop for a 10-minute oil change, complete tune-ups, alignments, brakes, mufflers, air conditioning service, and more. Get more life out of your vehicle by bringing it to the local guys you can trust at Quick Lube and Tune on South Wenatchee Avenue.
So, how you guys doing?
My job starts in Portland in a month.
Can we find a buyer that fast? I think we're good. Our CBX app tells us who the best potential buyers are. We can pinpoint where the hottest prospects are located, right on this map.
2 cities over.
It even lets us set the most accurate price.
Wow, it really does all that.
It really does all that.
Well, help us pack?
We're working on that.
And now it's a sports update on the NCW Life Channel.
And a happy hump day. Eric Granstrom with your NCW Life Channel Sports. Let's take a look at the Les Schwab Prep scoreboard from last night. First of all, in soccer, Jaden Griggs continued her offensive domination of opponents in girls soccer this season, scoring both Wenatchee goals and downing Eastmont 2-0 at Wildcat Stadium. Sebastian Moraga and Matt Wisen were joined in the booth by Neil Oyston on the call here on the NCW Life Channel.
Tess Sparks, a good move into the box we go, a shot across, right foot, the shot over the crossbar, and almost surprises the goalkeeper for Eastmont. A good opportunity.
You should have a support player behind her.
Yeah, the shot into the box, and Miss Alonso's going to have to hurry, and she does. And again, good move on the right side by Flynn. Flynn shot across, and that one dances past the upright.
There's a new color now. It's called purple.
The shot! Go, 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 go!
Peeked in there. Good finish.
Shot across now. And this could be interesting. The shot by Carissa Miller goes wide. A good effort goes wasting. Chandler shot across, and the show, oh my goodness, goes wide. The gate off. The Wildcats, a good move that time, time. And speaking of that, let's see what happens here. Go, 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 go!
Corner, just give it along.
And there's the whistle that says that this one goes in the books with Wenatchee defeating Eastmont 2-0.
Also in soccer last night, Kashmir blanked Okanagan 3-0 as Chloe Diaz, Grace Erdman, and Justine Wood all scored in the win. Oroville beat Manson 4-2. The Les Schwab Prep scoreboard for volleyball last night had Wenatchee downing Eastmont 3-0. It was senior night for the Panthers, and their final game at Wenatchee High School hosting Cross River rival Eastmont. The first set was a close, hard-fought 25-23 Wenatchee win when the Panthers went on to take the next two. Leanne Branham and I had the call right here on the NCW Life channel.
Last time she served in the net, this time great serve. Off to Dexter. Dexter left hand in! What a point off the left hand. Back and forth it goes. Man, I thought this point was going to be over a long time ago, and they had a chance right there again. Sackman, near side to Hall. Hall gets it back line to Brownlee. Up front to Sugg, and Megan Wolf got it over somehow. Fisting it over is Eastmont. My goodness. Now up front to Sugg. Here's the set. Licken gets it over. Back line it goes to Sackman. Near side, Hall off balance, falling down, gets it over. Hallberg's going to go for the little touch, and it's still alive. Are you kidding me? And Wenatchee falling down. Eastmont falling down. We got two bodies on top of each other. Here's a set and the kill at the net, and it's a point to Eastmont.
It was really good blocking in the front row right there. It's nice to see Grace and Marissa be successful at that.
And the service turns out to be an ace. Back line it goes to Hall, to Stanaway, to Sackman. Wenatchee on the return, Sugg on the set, and Wolf on the kill, and the point goes to Wenatchee. And the Panthers win it here on senior night in 3 straight.
Also on the volleyball floors last night, Cascade blanked Chelan 3-0, and Etiot remained unbeaten with a 3-0 win over Thorpe Easton. On the Les Schwab Prep scoreboard in slow pitch softball, Wenatchee advanced to the Columbia Basin Big 9 District Championship game, but fell in the only other team that beat him all season long, Moses Lake. Final score, the Chiefs 3, the Panthers 2. Just a reminder that before the game on Friday, we're going to be out there at the Apple Bowl live with the NCW Life channel. Grant Olson and I will bring you our Bridge of Sportsmanship pregame show from Lee Boftel Field. It all starts at 6:30. We'll bring you the sights and sounds of the annual clash between the Panthers and Wildcats and lead you up to kickoff at 7 o'clock right here on the NCW Life channel. That's a look at sports news. I'm Eric Grandstrom. Have a great night. Grant, back to you.
Thank you, Eric. October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, which means for the last few weeks, various agencies and community groups have honored those who fight the battle and promote ways to help prevent breast cancer in men and women. With higher than average rates of MS and Alzheimer's, how does Wenatchee compare to the nation with breast cancer? Dr. Julie Smith with Confluence Health has the answer that may surprise you.
Some people wonder, do we have a higher rate because we're agricultural? And we actually have data to show that we're pretty equal to the rest of the country as far as what age groups are diagnosed with breast cancer, what stages do we find the breast cancer in. I can tell you that this year in the United States, over 250,000 women will probably be diagnosed with breast cancer. In north central Washington, we last year had 184 cases of breast cancer diagnosed that received treatment within this region. And of those cases, 22 of them were non-invasive breast cancer, that's stage 0. The rest were invasive forms of breast cancer.
From a physician's standpoint, it must be terribly difficult when you sit down and say, okay, we have found something and we need to address it. But on the other side of the coin, what's it like when you sit down with somebody who's gone through the treatment and you can sit down with them and say, I think we're going to be okay. I think we got this, and I think you're going to live a long and healthy life. What's that like? You don't normally hear about that.
Don't hear about that, but that's what makes my days wonderful, is getting to sit down with patients and families and having a relationship with those patients for years to even decades, and to see them be cured and not have recurrence, and to see their families grow and to see them live healthy lives. That's really fulfilling.
Doctors recommend women get annual mammograms starting at the age of 40. And to schedule one, contact your primary doctor or contact the radiology department at Confluence Health. We'll be back in just a moment with the recap of today's stories and your complete local weather forecast right after this.
Romaine Electric in Wenatchee is your one-stop repair shop for all your auto, marine, small engine, or heavy-duty truck electric motor needs. Does your battery need to be replaced? Their technicians will have you up and running. The diagnostic team at Romaine Electric identifies and repairs all electrical issues from farm, truck, marine, industrial, diesel, ATV, and PWC. Romaine Electric in the Industrial Park off Ferry Street and Wenatchee Avenue. Stop by or give them a call today at 663-8150.
Is this really what we're going to do on our girls' night out?
We should go to Club Crow. The bar and grill in Cashmere?
Yeah, let's go.
Looking for a fun-filled, friendly hometown atmosphere? Club Crow Bar and Grill in Cashmere is the place to be. Hi, this is Justin. Here at Club Crow, we have full bar and restaurant, live music, a dance floor, pool tables, pull tabs, and live jam sessions the first Sunday of every month. Club Crow in Cashmere, the coolest place in town.
Breed's Marine in Manson has your boating needs covered, offering the superior Regal lineup with options from 19 to 53 feet. Featuring the Regal Surf lineup with Volvo Penta's new forward-facing drive with length from 19 to 26 feet. View our current inventory at ChelanBoat.com or stop by our Manson showroom on beautiful Lake Chelan and see what the all-new Regal RX surf line has to offer.
Welcome back, and time now for a recap of some of our top stories. The portion of South Lakeshore Road that was closed earlier this week due to a landslide at Slide Ridge will again be closed throughout most of the day today, but with flagger-controlled traffic as crews will continue removing more debris. They hauled about 1,280 cubic yards of mud and debris, or about 15,500 tons from the slide area at Slide Ridge. That's located on Lake Chelan's west side. The road was opened back up to 2 lanes at 4 o'clock this afternoon. A motorist escaped injury yesterday when a bighorn sheep jumped from a hillside and landed on his car. The Washington State Patrol says the driver was on Highway 97A when he saw a herd of bighorn sheep on the hillside above the roadway. One of the animals, a ewe, jumped and smashed the car's windshield. The driver was not hurt and managed to pull his car over. The sheep did not survive that accident. And time now for your North Central Washington weather forecast. Before we get to that, let's take a look outside our weather window once again. And what we're seeing, a few clouds out there right now as a cold front moved through our area. It did cool our temperatures off somewhat as well, as highs today only about 55 degrees for most of it. There's a beautiful shot of Lake Chelan and the Manson area. It's calm lake today, but we will see a quick-moving cold front brought bands of clouds, as I mentioned, to the Pacific Northwest weather. The mountains will have a shot of light rain through late afternoon and evening, but before we get to that, let's finally take a look at this La Nina map, and this is pretty much our winter forecast as we make our way through fall and into our winter months. There you have it. A wetter than normal winter pattern is expected for us here in the Pacific Northwest. We will see slightly cooler temperatures as well, but the main thing for us, at least about a 65% chance of certainty, we will see a little bit more snow than we normally would. I'm thinking a lot like last winter. Back to our forecast now. Locally gusty north winds of about 10 to 20 miles an hour will develop tonight through the Okanagan Valley and onto the Waterville Plateau, but really no precipitation is expected here in the Wenatchee Valley from the clouds that are moving through this afternoon. And then starting tomorrow, sunshine and light winds are expected to make a return as dry Canadian air spills into the region and the upper level ridge of high pressure builds back in. Weather models are in very good agreement of the upper level ridge remaining over our area right into the upcoming weekend and throughout early next week, with daytime high temperatures expected to be about 4 to 8 degrees above our seasonal average of 56. We will see high temps generally in the lower 60s, but expect overnight lows to be cold with mainly upper 30s, and we could even see some upper 20s in the northern valleys and higher elevation. Here's a look at that forecast now, and another cool one tonight as we mentioned, 41 for our overnight low. 61 possibly for a high on Thursday, 60 your high on Friday, and look at that weekend. Saturday 61, a few more clouds on Sunday, but still an awfully nice day with a high of around 60. 39 the overnight low on Sunday, and then we begin a bit of a cool down the first part of next week. 57 on Monday, 55 on Tuesday, and notice those lows in the mid to upper 30s. And as we leave you tonight, former Washington Secretary of State Ralph Monroe takes us to Dry Falls, which were once the largest in the world and are now dry, making for an extraordinarily scenic area of our state.
Today, it's hard to imagine what this state was or this region looked like during the Ice Age. At one time, as the ice ebbed and flowed, much of Montana, Idaho, and Washington were underwater, Lake Missoula. And the Columbia River shifted around several times, and one of those shifts created Dry Falls, where the river just gorged out when the ice dam broke. And this falls, which we only see dry today, was actually 5 times bigger than Niagara Falls is today, maybe even larger than that. It's an incredible place to visit and something of great interest, especially to geologists and others who study our history of ancient times. It truly is one of my favorite places.
And if you have a video of the day you'd like to see on NCW Life News, message us on our Facebook page at the NCW Life channel. And that's going to do it for our newscast tonight. For more on these stories and other news from around North Central Washington, you can find us on Facebook or our website at ncwlife.com. And remember, if you see news happening, we'd like to hear from you. You can send us an email at news@ncwlife.com or give us a call at 888-NCWL. That's 888-6295. Also, tune into NCW Life Channel tomorrow morning for Wake Up Wenatchee Valley with host Dan Kuntz and all the latest news with Steve Hare. I'm Grant Olson. Thanks for joining us and have a great night.
This has been NCW Life News on the NCW Life Channel. For more news, log on to ncwlife.com, like us on Facebook, and follow NCW Life Channel on Twitter.
Hey everyone, Frank Ferrari here at Frank's Used Cars, where everybody gets a good deal. Today's deal is F-150 under 300,000 miles. Yesterday, $55.95. Today, it's only $213. At this price, this thing won't last long. Hurry on down to Frank Ferrari's Used Cars, where everybody gets a good deal. Right, Fred? Forget about Frank. Here at Town Nissan, we're fun, we're fair, and we're fabulous. Town Nissan, behind Costco in East Wenatchee.
Pets are not your whole life, but they do make your life whole. At Paws and Claws Veterinary Hospital, not only do they understand that fact, they live it every day. Dr. Baez and her staff at Paws and Claws love dogs and cats so much they've dedicated their lives to the well-being of our four-legged friends. They offer compassionate care with a personal touch. Paws and Claws Veterinary Hospital on the corner of 4th and Nile in East Wenatchee, or call 888-PAWS.
Lake Chelan mailboxes find solutions and the best price for all your shipping needs. including UPS, FedEx, and the U.S. Postal Service. We offer a variety of services including quality copies of all sizes, faxing, scanning, sending and receiving email, laminating, and notarizing. Enjoy browsing through our large selection of greeting cards. Lake Chelan Mailboxes supports our military, fire victims, and our community. Come see us at the Plaza in Lake Chelan.